Welcome back to the Fairweather Farmer channel. This is episode 6 of our Elm Creek series. In this episode, we're going to start off by selling our lettuce and the couple things of honey that we have. As you can tell, I've neatly stacked them onto the trailer. No, I'm just kidding. I auto-loaded it. This is an auto-load trailer, so took me about 5 seconds. But anyway, we're going to start off by selling this. We need to get lime spread on 36. And I'm going to check to see if 37 also needs it now. And see if we need to plow either one. They both need rolling. And 36 is the only one that needs lime. They are showing one initial stage of fertilizer because I do have the chopped straw mod installed. So anywhere we left chopped straw, we'll get a fertilizer state. So as you can tell, it's not totally perfect, but hey, it's better than nothing. And if you had precision farming from like 19 installed, you'd be able to go over this once more, and then you could actually come back through and fill these gaps in if you wanted on a second pass. So we'll go ahead and jump in here and we'll get this stuff sold. See where's paying the best. That looks like lettuce at first glance, but isn't it? So the fast food restaurant currently is, and it's falling. So guess we better get on it and get over there. So in this episode, I do want to get our fields cultivated. I did end up turning on seasonal growth after we harvested. So depending on what we can plant when will depend on what we plant. I'm not even sure when you can plant. It's like sunflowers I could plant today. Corn I'll be able to plant tomorrow, since those are our two crops that we're looking at planting. So I'll probably go ahead and try and get those areas cultivated, or at least one of them cultivated, and get our sunflowers in. And then we'll worry about cultivating and getting the corn in the next day. That quite possibly could be in this episode, depending on what all we get done. Once we get this sold, I am going to check the sale at the store to see what's on there. Because I have not checked it yet. So we'll get swung into the fast food restaurant here. We made about $19,500 from that, so I'm not going to complain about that. Especially since all we did was give us some water, some seeds, and some fertilizer. None of which costed $19,000. Maybe about the amount that they use, maybe about 500. speaking of that, once we do get back, we do need to top the water, put a little bit more water in the greenhouse. So that'll be our first order of business once we get back, because now that we see how profitable the lettuce is, we definitely want to keep it going. There was some honey in that as well, but I wasn't going to try and separate them out. So we'll get this trailer dropped off over here by the lettuce and the honey. Let's get it back in over here. Oh, it's so much harder when a little short single axle trailer than it is those big ones. Did that drop there? Get this pulled out of the way. Then we'll get in the Mahindra. We already do have 1,000 liters on the tankers. We'll get spun around here and get it in. So we do have 2,622 liters of water. So it uses water obviously quite fast compared to some of the other stuff. Like this production, it will do I don't know why that's showing that it does 788 cycles. Oh, because it only that's showing it produces one. Never mind. For this one, it produces 64. I'm up to speed now. So technically, this uses less water than what this one does to produce more. So there's that. Need to help move you out of there. I have to use it every once in a while because I don't remember what some buttons are. So. Oh boy. We'll get this trailer load put in there, then we'll get started on, if I don't turn too tight. Then we'll get started on cultivating one of our fields. I just can't drive today. And I know you guys are laughing, I probably can't drive all. Jump in the tractor here and we'll grab the cultivator. Actually, we might grab the line or the spreader. Exactly which way it's facing. And that's in a bush. Apparently it was that. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna empty the spreader over here. And I'm gonna go grab some lime, and I will see you guys back later. As you can see, we're back at the field. We do have a full spreader, or mostly full spreader. I turned it on there when I was setting up this. So we'll go ahead and get started spreading this. Okay, I'm back. So the mod I went to go get, it's called the Store Deliveries mod. Apparently, I already had it installed, but it allows you to basically move the area which things that you buy from the store spawn. So I moved it right over here by my farm. It does charge you a 2.5%, basically like a moving fee. So basically it's 2.5% of whatever your stuff costs. With this 2 bags of lime, it was like $17, so it's nothing too terrible. We're gonna get them loaded up. It probably won't take both of them for sure, but I'm just gonna go ahead and load both of them just to get them loaded up, and then I can always unload them somewhere else. Or I'll probably end up actually unloading them right about where they're at, so. I'm pressing forward and the tractor just keeps rolling down here. It is a little low on power to be hauling up like this much line, but it'll be alright. So we are going to kick that down a notch. Probably won't save us that much line, but I believe there's a little section on this other field over here that I might have gotten too far away from the side that I'm going to go hit. I know 37 didn't need it, but basically it's like resetting the timer on it if you just go ahead and do it. That way both fields are at the same settings. That way when one needs it, they both need it. So I do have $50,000 currently. So I'm gonna look at building some type of shed so we can start moving our stuff and keeping it inside. So let's take a look. I want to put something right here or even down here. And this is where we keep our stuff currently, but I like this area here. lot of the base game stuff is really expensive. So I usually try and go for some of the modded stuff. A lot cheaper. And even this one's not terrible. So like I was saying, the sheds are kind of big. Are kind of expensive when it comes to the in-game stuff. So that's a little small. Might hold off for a little bit. I might look for some better mods. I don't have very many mods currently as far as sheds go. That one's not terrible. Trying to put it somewhere where it's not a tree. Actually, I tell you what, I don't think I have a. I don't currently have a chainsaw. So I have downloaded the MS661C steel. It gives you a farther reach as far as using chainsaws goes. I'm trying to remember. It's this tree. I do have the lumberjack mod installed too, so I can just delete them if I don't feel like messing with them. So that should be a good enough area there. We will get. I think I am going to go ahead and just put this shed up. What's the difference between this and this? This one is cheaper. Well, there we go. We got ourselves a $10,000 shed. And we only paid $600 for landscaping for. And it screwed up our land. No, it really didn't. Not too bad. Nothing we can't fix. So if you haven't used the slope mod yet, or the slope, not mod, but the slope in landscaping, basically you set the slope point by right mouse click, and then you start where you're wanting to slope from, and you slowly go to that point. You do it a couple times and then it'll slope to it. It basically just goes off a percentage grade. But as you can see, we did kind of delete some of our field there. That's okay, we'll get it back. Well, there's a little bit of an uphill going in on this side, so it'll be alright though. So we're going to go ahead and drop off the spreader. We do have the cultivator great field mod. So while we're cultivating, we'll just go ahead and fill that field back in. Why I'm taking this over there, I don't know. I just created a shed. And apparently I'm not going to use it. So, we'll get this put in here. There's a little bit of a tree growing into it. It's alright. So we'll put that there. Then we'll go and grab our cultivator. actually gonna start in this other field so that I can get those areas fixed and I don't forget about them. So with that being said, that's going to be the end of this episode. I want to thank everyone for coming back and watching another video of the Fairweather Farmer. Go ahead and react to the video, whether you liked it, you disliked it. Either way, it gives me some good information. You can leave a comment to give some good criticism or tell me something you liked, something you disliked about the video. I'd really appreciate it. If you could hit that the subscribe button, it'll help me out a lot as well. And then you hit that bell, it'll notify you whenever I upload a new video. So with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one. I know we didn't get a whole lot done today, but we'll get some more done in the next one. So all right, I'll see you guys then. Bye.